You look cool.
Looks silly, mate.
Cheers, mate. I've got a Monty's Navigator Hazy.
I've got a Golden Pipes Brewing Camden brewed in Melbourne, hazy pale ale. I've got a gin smash. I don't even know what
So
that
you're
is.
in Melbourne watching the tennis instead of doing a podcast in the week for Man City win.
Oh, mate, I wanted to do it straight away. I was buzzing that much. We got to get on there.
You,
I was
you,
ready. Mate, I was ready for a Jaeger at 10 o'clock in the morning, and having a good day. But, I'm into fitness now. I've got Predators and I run very fast. Anyway, cheers,
was
mate.
that work? I was at work. it was.
Oh, you have to open
Yeah,
both
cheers,
first.
mate. Well, yeah, it absolute shame that we couldn't get on in the week. But I guess with you going to Melbourne and both of us working strange hours that day, it was just too hard, wasn't it? But absolute bit of a bugger. But what a week! What a game!
Yeah.
My favourite game I've seen in years, and I listened to a lot of other pundits and that just saying how good that performance was. Not just because it was United, but how good that performance was of what we've done, because it just wasn't this ticky-tacky football, which we talk about how much we hate. I think the majority of fans are starting to fall out of that football. Everyone loved what Klopp did, that really, really hard on counter-attack stuff. I think people just had enough of Pep's football, I think, mate. And we battered them. Should have been 6.
What a response, what a start for Michael Carrick. Should have been 7. Mate, if I think about it, we started in Maguire off the crossbar. Could have been 1-0 there. And then we did go. Actually, I think Donnarumma made some great saves. I think one of them was Ahmed. Another one was obviously Casemiro,
Yeah.
which he probably should have scored that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
Ahmed off the post.
Oh, I would have loved him to score that at
Again,
the
do you know
end.
what I mean? Like, just, yes. And not only that, mate, we had 3 goals ruled off for offside.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it could have been 7.
It was a
And the
pummeling.
margin. I don't even think Cunha was offside for Mason Mount's last one. I really don't. I just thought, yeah, it could have been 7.
Good thing is it doesn't matter, does it? But I think I seen a stat and it came up at about the 40th minute that said that City were on like 72% possession, and I couldn't work out how, why, where, when, because
We're all over them. Yeah,
I just don't. It really is all those little tiny passes that it just showed in that first half. It means nothing. Like, it means nothing.
Pep got absolutely destroyed, didn't he? It was just that was
Yeah.
honestly the best performance. And people say, "Oh, since Ollie Ball," but it's not. That was the best performance I've seen for 10+ years.
I think it's one of the best performances in the Premier League. I'm not just being biased, but that's the kind of football again that we talk about that we want to see on this pod. You don't see it too often nowadays, but
When you say
well,
in the league, you're talking about probably the league's best defense and a Manchester City team that spent £1 billion over the years. It's not just over a newly promoted side, was it? It
yeah,
was
I don't get
impressive.
drawn into the money side of things. It's but I know what you mean. But it was still impressive of what we did to them, and we would have done that to anyone on that day. So yeah, mate. I tell
Yeah.
you, we'll move on soon if you want. But I don't think there was a single. Maybe Le Mans was a 7 because he had nothing to do, but everybody else had to be an 8, 9, or 10, and
Mate,
there were
I
some
tell you,
displays in there.
do you know what I mean? Like it was nobody had a bad game. It was great to see Bruno in that more advanced position. I think you called it, didn't you? I think you called the Manu to start.
He
I
played
think I
brilliant.
called
Good.
I called the 4-2-3-1. Dorgu played well on that left hand side. Ahmad was outstanding, even though he came back from an AFCON tournament, must have been knackered. It was just mega performances all over the field.
Yeah, mate. Dallo played well. We're not big fans of Dallo, but is that a red? It's 50-50. I don't think you can complain if he gets sent off for that.
I don't care.
But see ya.
Do you know what? So let's that was so good, and hopefully we continue that momentum. We've obviously got Arsenal up next away. Do you know what? I'm thinking like, remember that 8-2 performance that we spanked them at home 8-2.
Yeah, but they don't set up like City. They defend a lot more, don't they? So Carrick's got. I'll be shocked if he starts with the same team because he's going to have to set up a bit differently. But he kind of played 6 at the back anyway, didn't he? With a 4 and the wing backs really ran, didn't they, for us against City? They're going to need to do that against Arsenal and just bomb forward and catch them. Best defence in the league, probably.
They've had some injuries, haven't they, Arsenal as well, as had City. But I am. If we could have beaten City 7-0, 8-2 Arsenal feels, and do you know what? You start to see, everyone getting carried away again because title charge and whatnot. You end up only 12 points behind Arsenal when and if we beat them tonight. Sorry.
I'll be happy with just a decent, solid performance. Don't care if it's 0-0, 1-1. Just a good performance. They are the best team in the league at the moment, aren't they? So just go there, work hard, do exactly what we did last week. And hey, if it's a tight game and we lose, but we've played really well, that's better than what we've had for the last few weeks, other than obviously what we've just seen on Sunday. Got to be pretty confident with it, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it was one of those that we didn't know what to expect and hoped for the best, but expected the worst type thing. So I think when it goes beyond your expectations and like it, and it went the way it did, it's hard not to get carried away with how good that team looked under Michael Carrick. And it was, we have to have a little shout out for your Bezzy, Casemiro.
Casemiro.
You almost think he's going to put like the performance of his life on for the next 4 months, really, don't you? You think he's going to come out and just be like this is the last Arsenal game that he gets to prove himself. Yeah, you just think he's going to be so up for every single game.
Just leave on a high.
Absolutely.
I'm glad he's leaving because we really do need that money for new players. So yeah, I'm excited.
All right, mate. So how's the game going to go? What you picking?
I'm certainly not picking 8-2, Camille. I'm going to go for a 2-1 United win, or be a possible 2-2. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 United win.
I'm going to go United win. I'll half the difference. Instead of 8-2, I'll go 4-1.
Cool.
But it's going to be great to see. I think the key is seeing Bruno in that advanced position.
Agree.
He's just different gravy up there, isn't he? That's where he's supposed to be. That's where he's the best player in that position in the world. Doesn't matter what fucking Martin Keown says about picking Odegaard over Fernandes or bullshit like that. I mean, he is absolute world class, isn't he? So
one-sided old Keown, but all right. We'll wrap her up. You can get back to your holiday, mate, and we'll touch base in a couple of nights. But I'm sure we'll speak on the text in the morning while watching.
100%. Yeah, I think I'm going to go find a bar in the middle of Melbourne because it's 3:30 a.m. here. That kickoff. Not ideal, but it's Australia Day tomorrow, so I think there'll be a few nutcases around the place. So
Right, wrap her up.
See what I can find. All right, come on United.
Go on United.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Episode of Cantona's podcast.
I'm literally lost one of these things. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.